And welcome back to Jeff Koinange live at the Villa Rosa Kempinski on this inspirational Thursday. I tell you, a lot of you are watching and a lot of you are already responding because Maria Githua's story is like any story in Kenya. A lot of people overcoming insurmountable odds. But at the same time, a lot of you who give up midway, halfway, part the way because you don't think you can make it. Maria's parents, if you're just joining us, if you're just tuning in, both of them died when she was 15 years old. In fact, her mother died the day she was going for her mock exams. Listen to this story. Listen up. All of you who think you feel sorry for yourselves, who feel you can't go on, who feel the world has turned its back on you, Maria never gave up. She ended up in America due to various scholarships because she is smart. From Palm House Foundation scholarship to Zawadi Africa, all the way to America. Graduated, worked for Credit Suisse. And 3-4 years later, she decided to quit to get her MBA. And she's got a scholarship to do that at Duke University. My goodness. Somebody say, oh my. And Frederick Odhiambo is asking, what did I study? Don't even ask me what I studied, Frederick. I mean, it's not about me, okay? Tweets coming in thick and fast. Maria's Twitter handle is @DaintyKenyan. Mine is @Koinange Jeff. We're using the hashtag best and brightest. Let me just read a couple of your tweets. Norman Kenya says, hard work pays off, dreams come true, bad times don't last. But she should at least get a boyfriend. All right, Norman. All right. Kenneth Ambani says, of all the inspirational shows, this is super inspirational. Go, lady. You deserve the best. God bless you. Oscar Green, you say, almost breaking down hearing Maria's story. She is a strong woman. I'm already feeling inspired. Jeff D. Guitari, you say, this is real inspiration. I got hope to get rid of my accent now after today. She chose not to give up. And then there's a psychiatrist who always writes to us every now and then. Her name is Dr. Njoki. She says, Maria, you are the bomb. You are the individual that will help transform this country with your work ethic and values. This is the right time, for we are at a turning point. Our country has potential and great minds. Keep your eyes on the vision.
Thank you.
I'm telling you. And they don't even know half your story.
Yes.
So, you arrive in America.
So
you're in this place, all these strangers, strange people speaking funny, and here you are all the way.
Yes.
What kept you going, Maria? I mean, that's the question. Because a lot of Kenyans, I was in DC last week, and a lot of Kenyans, there's many people who have been there 20, 30 years.
Yes.
And a lot of them are really depressed. They don't want to come back home. They can't come back home because of various reasons. What kept someone like you going, Maria?
So what kept me going was that I figured education, and a good education for that matter, was the only way out of poverty for not only myself and for my siblings. And then that was also right after when we did the bench with you, the talk show. The last time, yeah.
So you were a little inspired,
I was a little bit inspired, and also there's a lot of people, thousands actually, who had reached out to me on Facebook and wrote to me and said how it inspired them, how great of a story and that they're following. Sometimes it's easier to keep promises that you give other people.
Yeah.
So there was that. Myself, my family, and the other people who also are inspired by my story.
Yeah, but obviously depression sets in.
It did.
America is not, it's not, the grass is not necessarily green on the other side.
Yeah.
A lot of people who are watching you right now, they all want to go to America. They all want to jump on the plane and head to America like it's the land of milk and honey. Please explain to them what it's like.
So I remember, actually, I think the most vivid onset of depression for me was the first summer. Because if you've been to school in the US, you know after the summer everyone leaves and goes home. They go home.
They disappear.
Yes, they disappear.
You're left alone.
Yeah, I was left alone. And so there were two other Kenyan girls at Meredith College in Zawadi, but they were studying abroad as well. So I was left all by myself, It's summertime, it's lonely, it's quiet. So I was actually working an on-campus job. So during the day it was okay, but at night I'm alone and in a cold dorm room. I'm wondering what
In
am
the
I
dorm
doing
room?
here? Yes.
Alone.
Alone. And for some reason in summer it was always cold. I'm sitting here, I'm wondering why am I here? Remember your siblings are far away. Had I had the money, I would have bought a flight straight back home and, you know, been with my siblings.
But you can't afford it.
I can't.
You don't have the money.
I don't have the money. So I just reached out to most of my Zawadi. So we have a mentorship program. So most of my Zawadi sisters have gone through this and we talked to them. And I remember, and actually this is where my relationship with Duke began. So I went to Duke for about 10 days and just hung out with like my other Zawadi sisters at Duke. So that kind of helped a little bit, you know, sort of building that sense of community, building that home, away from home.
Yeah, but okay, let's go back to the depression, because obviously you must have, going through your mind, you must have been thinking, you know what, my parents are dead. My home is 10,000 miles away.
Yeah.
I can't go back and I can't let my people down. I've got siblings who are depending on me.
Yes.
By the way, I didn't mention that you've been helping your siblings go
Yes.
through school.
Yeah.
With the money you were earning at Credit Suisse, you were helping them go through school. And you were also sponsoring an orphan
Yes.
kid or child. Do you know them?
I know, yes, I met her.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you didn't know them before.
No, I didn't know her. My only,
So you just sent money and you said sponsor a kid.
it had to be a girl and it had to be an HIV/AIDS orphan as well. Yes, so I didn't know her before. Those are the only two criteria that I give.
And you don't have a ticket to go back home, and you don't have any friends in the summer in America.
Yes.
Tell these people don't understand how tough that place is.
It is tough. So America honestly is, like you said, people have this imaginary land of milk and honey, but it's not exactly what it seems like. And then, you know, it's North Carolina, it's in the South with the whole, if you know your history, so it was a lot for a dainty Kenyan to do all these things. So honestly, like for me, the depression lasted the whole summer. So once my friends came back is when, and when I was going through it, I didn't know it was depression. It's the afterthought.
Yeah.
You know, so I became reclusive, I yearned solitude, so I cut off all communication with
you become
everybody.
moody.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I cut off my Skype, my phone, I didn't pay my phone bill. Literally anyone trying to talk to me felt like they're...
Just something.
Yeah, just leave me alone. Like they're making me angry. And it was so weird. I had two good friends, online friends who I'd never met before. So that's what depression does to you, and that's what going to America or overseas.
Yeah.
So I was lucky that I was able to get out of that.
Okay, so I asked you at the top of this show, at the top of this break, I asked you what kept you going. What's the one thing you can say, Maria, that kept you going?
So, and for me, this is honestly in all circumstances. So I sit down and say, well, in my life I lost the two most important people in my life, my parents, and I've been able to live without them. So every time anything, any challenge or thing that comes my way, that's sort of my my gauge.
So you tell yourself, life cannot get any
It cannot
worse.
get any worse.
Yeah.
You cannot hit any a drop button. You know, living without the most people you love, nothing is worse than that.
Yeah.
It can never get any worse.
It's tough.
That's
It's tough.
my reminder every day.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Fast forward. So we talked about you sponsoring your siblings. So now you're the eldest.
I'm the eldest.
So where's number two now?
So number two right now, she's in Colombia, in South America. She's working right now.
She's in where?
Colombia.
The
South
country
America.
Colombia.
Country Colombia.
What is she doing?
She's working. So she's teaching IT and learning Spanish as well.
Okay.
So she actually just graduated at St. Paul's with a bachelor's on business and IT. And she actually just got news that she got a full ride scholarship to Michigan State
Come on.
via the MasterCard Foundation scholarship.
Come on.
Yes.
Did you used to send her money?
So I actually paid for all her university fees. So 4 years.
You?
Yes.
With what money?
So the money. So when I was in college, at Meredith College, I was a tutor. So tutoring, so I tutored math, economics, accounting and finance to other my peers. And it was a great job because being a tutor actually was the most highest paid student job. So I was able to get by through that, and I also worked in the academic and career planning office as a student assistant.
God. Where's the baby of the family?
So the baby right now, she's at Kamboy Girls.
At where?
Kamboy. She's in Form 4. I went to see her the other day for the visiting surprise visit, so she didn't know I was in the country because she's in boarding school and has no obvious access to cell phone. So she's really surprised. She ran to me and hugged me and cried. It was the most surreal.
When's the last time you saw her?
So I saw her last December.
Okay.
Last December.
Okay.
But this was more surreal for me, really important. But the mere fact that, you know, with the new education policy, that next term won't be any more visiting. So I made it to her last one. I think that was really special to me.
And what year is she in?
Form 4.
So
she sits her exam this year.
How is she doing? How are her mocks? Do they have mocks?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, still okay.
Yes.
How did she do?
She's doing really good.
Yeah.
She got a B.
She got a B.
Yes.
She's not like you.
It's a different times and it's a different child. Just understand that.
Is she watching you?
She is. Hopefully, I don't know.
Is she gonna get an A now?
So she said she's gonna.
She better.
So when so actually I gave her my phone and she talked to my sister who is in Colombia, got a scholarship, so she was very inspired and said even her she has to work hard and get an A.
Maria, you know it's an unfair question, but I have to ask you, if your parents were alive today, or better yet, wherever they are right now, what do you think they're thinking of their 3 little girls?
I think they're really proud. That's the single most important thing that they instilled in us is we're still keeping that up. Education. That education is key. I remember my father, before he passed away, he said that's the only thing I can leave you guys that no one can ever take from you. So, you know, all the material possessions, his estates, everything, obviously we don't have that now because it's taken away from you. It said anything in your mind, in your brains, that's for you to keep. And so they'll be really proud for the fact that we've come, the perseverance, and still sticking together because family was really important to them.
Yeah.
And just inspiring people and
you were 15.
I was 15.
How old were the others?
So my younger sister was 14.
14,
And my brother was 12. And Lucia, the youngest, was 2 years old.
She was 2.
She was 2.
This one who's at this school?
Yes, the one at Kamboy, actually she has no recollection of our parents.
Yeah.
She used to call my mom's sister, our aunt, mom. Yeah.
You guys have done incredibly well, honestly.
Thank you.
Where's your brother now?
So my brother's in Thika right now. He's doing IT at Githua.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were doing IT for Credit Suisse,
I was.
right?
Yeah.
And then you promoted to lead IT what?
Business analyst.
Whatever, yeah, okay. So did you feel bad leaving them? I mean, because that's a great job. You're a foreigner. They love what you're doing. Now you want to leave them to go get an MBA?
Yeah.
Explain to me.
So actually my journey to Credit Suisse was very interesting because so when you're an international student going studying in America, getting work at a Wall Street firm is really hard, and Credit Suisse for that matter didn't have any, the Raleigh office where I was applying to, even New York, didn't have any Kenyans and international students. Most of my friends were saying, hey, don't apply, don't put your eggs in one basket, you probably would never get that job. So I said, let me give it a try. And the interview process is very rigorous. There's a 3-step process. So I interviewed with them. First round, I got in, second round, and third round, I got the offer. And so once I got the offer, obviously I was really shocked by the salary amount. You know, this small girl, HIV/AIDS offering from Koinange. So to me, it was really surreal getting that far. So I joined Credit Suisse as an IT analyst. So I did that for 1 year, and they have a rotation program. So I really was keen on marrying my business skills with my technology skills. So I thought business analysis was a better fit for me. So I interviewed for a business analysis position and I got it. So within 2 years, when I was leaving Credit Suisse, I was actually leaving as a lead business analyst.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
yeah. What really it entails was leading the strategic IT initiatives that
So you're going to go get your MBA now, this
Yes.
coming fall, for what, 2 years, 1 year, 2 years?
2 years.
2 years?
2 years.
And then after that?
And after that, my plan is to come to Kenya.
Yeah? You really want to?
I definitely want to. That was my plan for
Let's talk about that
70s.
after the break.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll have a boyfriend by then.
Hopefully. Treat me, guys.
Through Pasnayo. You're a brilliant young lady, you know that?
Thank you.
I hope people are watching you tonight because you inspire a lot of people. We meet a lot of people who feel sorry for themselves. They feel they can't go on and they have 2 parents. You didn't have any for half your life. Look at you now.
Thank you.
Look at you now. Look at Maria Githua now. She's smiling all the way to Duke University to get her MBA, and she wants to come back. Don't stay there 20 years, huh?
No. 2 years, no back.
This is what we mean when we talk about the future of Kenya. Maria Githua is a living, breathing example. Keep tweeting at Dainty Kenyan, at Koinange Jeff. The hashtag best and brightest. Jeff Koinange live at the Villa Rosa Kempinski takes another quick break. Plenty more ahead. Do not even think of touching that dial, because JKL is back in a moment. Good job.
Thank you.
Good job.